Morning Scrum with Govind Davis.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, there we go, bro. This is so
we're
good.
live.
You know what? I'm super excited that you went along with this because
Yeah.
even though it's a total train wreck, man, this is going to be awesome. So, anyway, so today we're going to talk about it because this is your subject, right? It's like AI automation, right? So I'm going to do it. I'm going to make you big and me small because I'm like
No, like
flickering all over the
let's
place,
be
right?
equal. Like you can be the big guy because you're already the big guy here.
Yeah.
and
So
and
anyway,
doing
we're
things.
gonna jump into the topic in just a minute, but first I got to call out.
Mhm.
This is my buddy's Noggy's company. You should warm up
All right.
your email. People should.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know about this anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll go on to the next bucket, and we were talking about. Whoa, this is great. Okay, here we go. Virtual background. My whole computer is like, oh my gosh, it killed my virtual background. I'm having like
Yeah. Like
performance issues on my machine, is what it is.
you need an AI machine like or something. I
Well,
don't know.
no,
Like you need to make one.
yeah, no, that's exactly on. To be honest with you, that's like, anyway, I'm just gonna have to live with it. I can even
Yep.
just turn my camera off. Now, let's not do
Mhm.
that. I'll just leave. Is it so distracting that I should turn
I
it
know,
off?
like it's like when you're sharing the screen, like it's easier on the screen because I'm only looking at the screen and which is bigger,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
so
yeah.
there
And I
is no
can fix it if I ever use this recording. I'll fix it. Okay, so
Mhm.
yeah, I built this the same thing, right? But you're an automation guy, right? That's kind of
Mhm.
what you and I connected over N8N, and so I want to
Yep.
focus more on that.
Mhm.
And so I'll show you something I'm working on, and I would love to get your thoughts about it. So
Sure.
I also
Mhm.
have, it's called Sarah.
Mhm.
And this doesn't really look like much right now,
Mhm.
but
What?
I'm not going to like test it. I guess I could. I haven't tested it yet. I kind of just deployed it, but it's basically actually here. I'll show you. This is going to be better. We'll talk about it here.
Yeah, if you can show it to me, then I can have my opinion here.
This is about as close as I can get to it right here.
All right. Mhm.
This is my more kind of most recent sort of thinking. So I use ADIO as the
Mhm. All
CRM,
right.
right? And a
Mhm.
message comes in from LinkedIn,
All right.
and I want to route that message to like an intelligent agent so that it can
Mhm.
decide how, like what kind of, right? And so there's like a message repo, and then
Mhm.
actually what I also have here is going to be I actually changed this a little bit to the like there's a knowledge base,
All right. Mhm.
and it has a which is the like company, I'll call it brand and campaign, right?
All right.
And then so this is like over here. Then I lost my USB power. I think it's a power issue. Okay, so then the other side of this is I know where I built. Actually, I have a way better map. Hold on, where did I build it? It's new. I know where it is. I don't even need to show you this. It's way better. No, I need to go here. Hold on. Now I know which one we're going to use. Yeah, this is, I should have put it somewhere else. It's Asian. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me prepare.
Yeah, good.
All right, I'm back.
All right. I'm going to throw one more thing on here.
All right.
Put it like this just because I don't want to take up time on it. But all right. There's the ghost article that I published. And that sort of becomes like, I'm going to promote that article a lot. Let's say sending direct messages on LinkedIn, right? What I'm really promoting is trying to get people to book and meet with Cetacean Labs, right? So I'm using Walaxy on the front end, and then I have actually what's missing here is what I'm using right now to get the data to here is called sync in, and there's just it's not the best way to do it, honestly, because like what happens is like sync in checks the messages right in LinkedIn and it posts them to Adio as notes. But I kind of want more, and then I have a webhook that right now that's sending it to Sarah, which is my AI interface, right? And this has the configuration in it where I can basically create like you create a campaign ID and then what the agent spec for the campaign is, and then you can load up materials. So it's going to use those two things to construct a message.
The knowledge base and the branding, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, the agent specification is kind of the instructions for how the agent is going to like operate, and then the knowledge base should have it can have just any combination of like company and brand information. I mean, I could make it more robust, but I think that's the minimum requirement, right, to come up with a decent message.
Yeah, so it's the idea, right? So as long as you can make it work and it's working like without breaking something, that's perfect. But
well, it's only kind of working, right? Because so like, let's say this is the part to me that like I feel like you have maybe some expertise in, right?
So
which is like how to get better, how to integrate this data here without like how would N8N tackle that?
So for someone using N8N, so I would either use a code node, right, or an AI agent, right? So what are the inputs that I need, I'm giving, and then what are the outputs that I want to CRM to have. So I don't need all the data. So I just need the specific chunk of the data, because this is how I can see that the only like ATO is going to be receiving the contact details and things like that. So if you can integrate like a chat model, a OpenAI or Claude to think and to research about the idea that what is coming in, the context, and then like you can feed it with the system, then like maybe there's a possibility that you can get the perfect solution. But like there's always a trial and error, and you just have to figure out. How you make it happen.
You gotta test it. Now, see, I already have this. Like, this is working. I just don't want to simulate it on. Like, if I just redeployed it to the server, I don't know. We could try I don't know. I just don't know if it's I don't know if it's like actually, because it should have messages here. I think I know what the issue is. Okay, well, let's, what if you want to hang out, I can fix it, and then I can show you.
Yep.
All right. Well, it could take a bit. The problem with my windsurf is I broke something.
So here is something cool. You can always create a backup of the system, because that's how like I'm building something on anti-gravity, right? So you give it a name, you create the backup, and then you can mess up with the other file. So if something goes wrong, like you can always go to the backup and like start messing up with that again. So that's how.
Yeah. See, you're way more. You're like way more technical than I am, right? Like I'm not really like I'm not that great serious of a tech guy, right? I'm like I'm like somebody who's like a business person that like plays with the toys, right? And I understand kind of what I want to achieve, but you probably, yeah. So I'm not going to show the whole thing, but what it does is it gets a webhook. Well, I think what the issue is, I broke it. And if you look at ADIO here, I'll just go here.
All right.
And because I think there's like a question for me architecturally, right? So like, hold on, let's go to like, there might be like a even better way to do this, but let's go to here. Let me just show you account settings. It's whatever, developers. So I can create a webhook, and then the way I have it set up is that like Sarah is sitting on like a droplet, right?
Yep.
And the Sarah app receives the webhook, but the problem is the webhook firing isn't ideal. So and also like it would be much better if like, let's say you could get a trigger and say, okay, like do some work on the note before, like, you know, like what's the best way to get that message really from LinkedIn to Sarah in a reliable way, but it also needs to be in the CRM, right? So there's so many different approaches to that. Like I don't have to use sync in. Like you could write N8N, right? And then with N8N, do you deploy it to your own server, or like do you suggest cloud? Like how do you work with people on N8N?
Like for me and my clients, like I ask them to buy their own like N8N server, because I don't wanna limit how many executions they're having, like because everything is on their end. Like they can see and track like how much money they're spending, how many like API token, and how much money they're spending on AI, like ChatGPT.
So you kind of guide people through the process of setting up their own N8N server. Do you give stack recommendations, like where it's supposed to be? Like where do you recommend people host it?
So like I ask them, because if they're not technical, like I just say, hey, like this is the website, buy that thing that's like $24 a month for N8N, and then like on top of that you have to pay for the API. So I give them a quick like video. All right, I record it on my screen first, and then like I give it to them. Or like if they're even less technical, like so I go on a call with them on Zoom, and then I control their screen, and then I just do it on themselves. So every API and things like that is already on their control. So I don't have anything on my end here.
Gotcha. So let's get into like a little. I've poked around. I have a web account on N8N, and I've done a lot of work in Make,
all right,
and you know other kind of tools. So I'm pretty familiar with this space. Yeah, I went in there and played around a little bit with it. I mean, the question, I guess, partially for me is like, okay, if you're let's say you use N8N and you want to get messages from LinkedIn, you have to use somebody's API, right?
Yep.
To interface and get the messages. And then you're going to run a process in N8N. Like, is this the most affordable way, is having some like to handle this kind of automation, or like is it sometimes, or I mean, look, I'm spending $30 a month on sync in just to get the messages into ADIO, right? So I mean, how much work, like how difficult do you think like the message integration with LinkedIn is?
So for right now, so let me take a look here, so I can just give it to you, and it's gonna be easier. So I'm on my screen. I'm sure you cannot see.
Okay, can you share your screen?
So yeah, sure I can. So look, this is how it goes. So let me share my
you have to figure out. I don't know how you should be able to share your screen. It's like a
yes,
plus at the bottom.
I can share my screen.
Okay.
I think you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So there is two options for LinkedIn automation. All right. So LinkedIn is integrated with N8N. So that's pretty much it. So all you have to do is search LinkedIn.
Well, okay, go to LinkedIn.
And then like the best way is to do like on a web.
Well, no, scroll down, go down. See, look, it says, look at the different capabilities it has, though. I don't want to create a post, right?
No. This one?
Do LinkedIn API maybe?
No, like LinkedIn API just only allow you to create post, right? Let me show you.
Well, how do you do a message?
So for message, like you have to figure out something else, because like there is some other options like link up API for LinkedIn. So this is what you have
Right. So you
use.
have not done LinkedIn message integration in
No, like
N8N
for
as of yet.
till now, like I've only done the create post. All right, then you have to like use your API to do that. But link up, because I've seen some options to do that with link up API, and then like you can connect things
Let me
there.
show you the API that I'm thinking about using.
Mhm.
It's a little bit more. It's called Connect
So-
Safely.
All right, so you can share screen, so maybe people can see that as well.
Yeah, I've been using their Post Boost.
Oh yeah,
and,
this one, yes, like that's I use sometimes as well. That's a good one.
Oh, that's how you and that's how you and I connected.
Yeah, like the app just gets like hundreds of comments like on LinkedIn, and your post
You
gets
know what I
like so
like
much
is
views.
they're real people, and I don't actually do that many. Like the one I'm running right now,
Mhm.
I've been using it more strategically, right? And it went away, but there's like this post here. Hold on, it's the one that I showed. Well, let me pop into LinkedIn here. Yeah, it's this one right here. So I mean, I only did like 12 comments, because what I like to do is then go back and like this, right?
Yep. Interact with people.
And then like add a comment, like anyway, I'll do it more later, because I don't do too many. You know what I mean? If you do too many, it like gets out of hand.
Yeah, like they block you for using spam and things like that. So you just need to be on the safer side.
Right. So, okay, yeah. So this is the one I'm thinking about, because it's got like, I think I was on a test actually, and I have to pay like an extra like
$29 a month.
Well, is it?
So
that's the one thing I'm struggling with, is that they have so many different things, and I'm like, this is a lot of money if you pay for all of it, right? But I think there's just an extra $10 for full API access.
So let me go on that page as well, so I can do that. So if you just want to do the comments and things like that, I think that's gonna be a good option. But
no, I don't. It's not I'm very specific about messaging.
Yeah, and there's no option, and nothing's mentioned about messaging here, as far as I can see.
Well, no, I've researched it. Yeah, no, this is it. It's it's the one that just says API access, okay? And it says you can connect it with N8N, and if you go look at the docs, right? And
let me explore.
It has the N8N integration, and it has LinkedIn messaging. Okay, LinkedIn message API. And like, here's the ultimate goal, right? If you can achieve this,
let me take a look so I can just share some comment. All right, so
no, you're good. Is to set the typing indicator, so that you literally detect the message right away, like almost in like real time, right? Like the second they reply, you get it. Like there's a reply, right? And then you can get it and turn around and do the. But I don't know how you can get the reply that quick. Is there? I don't know if there's like a trigger.
So for that to
easily do it with
make a reply, so I'm looking at the screen. All right. Okay, send message. Send message. Like they have got so many options here, right? Because last time, like I was playing with the AI chatbot, all right, and that was a free option, all right. So I was trying to figure out, all right, how can I integrate a chatbot on my website without paying anything, because like every chatbot options out there that can connect via webhook, that can be easily send message via n8n, right? So that is where like my knowledge base is. And what I found that like chatbot can send me the message, all right, on webhook. But the issue is like I cannot respond to the webhook and no message is being sent. So even if someone is receiving, like I'm getting the message, but like I cannot reply to that message.
Right, you
So
have to
there's no
do
point, right?
the API
Mhm.
route.
Yeah. And then like I looked at the back, and then like they're saying like, oh, like you cannot send a message with this option. So if you are trying to pay for this option, like I think it's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
the
of
best
course.
bet.
Yeah, I have no issue paying the $10 for the LinkedIn API for this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, like I'm saying, like you can send them an email, say, hey, this is what my plan is. Like I'm trying to do this, and this, and then you can come up with a quick short diagram, or say, hey, this is my plan. This is how I want my uh, data to flow, and if it is possible with Connect Safety, I'm onboarding, and if not, then just let me know. So you
Oh
already
no,
know
I
like
know,
this
I
is
know
what.
it's, I'm sure it's possible. I mean, I I could just go and probably write this with code, like
Mhm.
I could just say, hey, like but I'm just wondering is there an advantage to 8N because you can I think I mean, I've done probably personally like designed or architected, hundreds, let's say hundreds of integrations.
Mhm.
Yeah, like major like enterprise level integrations and other, so I'm pretty skilled at this. I think there's I'm pretty sure I could go create this, but I'm sort of like, is there an advantage to using something like N8N because it makes the orchestration and like maintenance of the integration more like manageable, let's say.
So, like here comes the fun part. So if you're planning on selling the system, right, I would say like you use N8N for that. But if you just wanna use this in house and you can use this for yourself, like I can just like not me, like you can just build the system, right? Because all the API keys, all the credits, and all the things is gonna be stored on your machine. So that's gonna be perfect because like sometimes N8N can break. So if you have like more integrations going on from one data to another and it's flowing, then like it might give you an issue later. And if something fails, like maybe like you need to, I don't know, like the data can be in a messed up place. So the less AI you
Yeah,
can
having a
use.
sort of console in a sense, like
Mhm.
a man. Yeah. So let me ask you this. Okay, so I mean, in addition to this show we're doing today, every week I'm doing a show.
Mhm.
If you check some of it out, you can see it's called it's called the Sarah Factor, and it's about this kind of topic that we're talking about here, the SCR, BDR.
Mhm.
I have different people like joining the show and
All right.
everything like that, and it's a topic I really want to go after. And I'm looking for somebody who might want to join the show and just be a part of the conversation, but I have a condition for that,
All right.
which is that they have to build this for me. Like meaning like I'm putting that offer on the table if you wanted to try it, assuming you're like a brilliant developer, right? Which is, I don't really want to build this integration. I would like the idea of using N8N, but I would like to have a technical partner to help implement it. And then what
Mhm.
I'll offer is just, you'll get a lot of leads from just being part of what I do. Meaning like you'll be my person that I'm like, hey, if you want to go build this, go to this guy,
Mhm.
right? Because I'm not going to build the integration. I'll help like understand it. I'll help people. I'll help sell it, but I don't want to be responsible for actually like designing it
Mhm.
or like setting it up. And I think there's ways. I mean, I built this software services company doing low code that I built it up to about 75 people, and then I scaled it back and sold it. And, so
Mhm.
I'm pretty experienced in this space. So if it's something you're interested in, you don't need to answer like on the show, but think about it if you want to do it, because I don't want to get that deep,
Mhm.
right? But I want to have this working, and it would, and then having a working demonstration of this
Mhm.
like I can build and share at the user's side of it, and the other thing is that it should be used to sell our own services. So like if we're like, hey, we're building this thing, the campaign that's going to be running on this we're going to run campaigns using Sarah to go sell, basically AI, BDR, and SDR automation services, right?
Yep.
So if it works, which I mean, honestly, the one thing I'm really good at is the content and the strategy. Like here, I'll show you an example of like one of the projects I did here. Hold on
can you make your screen a little bit bigger so like more people will see? And
I will. Yeah. Hold
on. Yep.
Yeah. So this is a company called Strike Deck.
Yeah. All right.
They're like they were like a B2B SaaS, And here's the article. Here's the video I created. It's pretty good. It's like a 2-minute video that does the whole story. It was kind of fun. But anyway, and then I did, I generated that from 2 recordings I did. But here's the thing, right? So for them, I generated 1,900, basically 20,000 LinkedIn connections, 1,259 leads, right?
Oh, that's a crazy number.
Yeah, right. Huge. Yeah, they got bought twice during that period of time. And I'm not saying that like every time you go out and do this, but it's like
never gonna happen. But
look, when you're dealing with SaaS and and innovation, right? Not everything's gonna work, but I know what it takes. I can see the pieces, and I had for this, I had a team in the Philippines running it, so I know how to do the content. Like I'm doing all of this already, right? You can see like, I have more people responding to me or whatever. This is what I'm using right now, like Wallachsy on the front end, because I just haven't got all the pieces right together. So like I actually really like Wallachsy on the front end just for certain like reasons, but I don't necessarily want to do it like everything in here. But you can see like here, like this is just one I'm running, and and it's not like it's not killer, like it's only 15% acceptance rate, but even like that, it's like the number of messages that I need to get out every day to people who are accepting this, like I'm not even doing anything, right? Because I need the BDR intelligence to do that, because so all I'm saying is like I can generate a huge amount of like front end, and if I get this middle piece fixed, it's going to be anyway. It's something to think about, like, and it's just this right here, right? It's like, it's that, right? It's this little piece here, because I have this is for Cetacean. Like I can do the content, I can come up with the campaign materials, I can launch the campaigns, but I need to manage this like middle follow-up piece better. And so anyway, it's food for thought. I'm going to continue to prototype it, but if you have an interest, I can, as I have, like, once I'm going to launch Cetacean and do this right in code. But I just think that like, when I look at the cost that I'm like, by moving this, by just using that API and replacing $30 in sync in cost, I'm going to save money right there. You know what I'm saying?
So, before I give you any answer, so let's make it clear, all right? So the idea is that you receive messages on LinkedIn, all right, from outreach that you are sending via Wallachsy, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, it'll be but it's not it's not only though the replies. Yeah, you could just do the replies, yeah. So, and actually, Wallachsy,
if you're trying to
has
go on.
Wallachsy has a webhook in Wallachsy you can send on the replies, and so I could send the webhook for the message. And then it needs to go into ADIO, and then it needs to go to Sarah, because the main thing I need is to send like a message to populate a user interface. right? Where it has all of the messages that I need to reply to, and then it has the AI message next to it, and then I can like either change the message or whatever, and then I just hit send. I do not want to automatically send any messages right now. But I don't. If you're interested in the project and the idea, we'll scope this a lot more before you build anything. But I'm pretty close to
because like
exactly
I'm
knowing what
thinking how we can simplify this even better. Right. So like this is my goal is like every time I see on something, like I can say, all right, how can I simplify things? I have less automation, like have less things. so
Yeah,
that
no,
it
we can do.
break.
Here's what I would say. Like, I'm gonna play with it more, no matter what. I'm gonna build this one way or another. But what but you see, where are you at? You're in like Bangladesh,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay, I got that right at least. So you're in Bangladesh. Do you work U.S. times?
Yep.
Okay, so on Thursday I have a show which is called the Sarah Factor, right? And I do it at the same time every week on Thursday because I'd like to actually get people on that show, right? And so if you come on that show, there'll be other guys there, like Mike H is probably going to join, Magnus. I'd like to get a bunch of people, right? And you would be the tech guy on the show, right? You'd be the integration guy, right? More technical, okay? And so anyway, we'll talk about it more and get some more inputs there as well. And then once we have a design, like I can go in here and create a more detailed design right here for you, right? Like I can create like the user. I mean, I already have the UI, right? And I already have, like I said, I have this working. I just need to finish. I don't want to waste your time right now. I'll deploy.
So
I'll finish.
I'm thinking. So let's get into this, alright? So because like I just want to give you a quick overview, and then like we can do that. So what is your first goal? Like how do you want to trigger the system, alright? So what's the number one thing is happening, alright? So you either wanna like you want the system to trigger when you receive any message, or like after you're sending
it should be. That's the thing is it. Yeah, it should be any message. That's the problem with Walaxy is it only integrates, let's say, on a campaign reply, but I want any message.
All right.
In LinkedIn.
So all right. So here's the first part done. All right. So on the next step, so you want Sarah to go in and create the messages reply for you, so that you can like take a look at them later, right? So that's gonna be the second step, right? Am I right?
Yep.
All right. And then like on the third step, like you just wanna like approve, like hey, click, 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 and then like it will automatically send the remaining messages, right? So either like you can see, all right, if this message needs to be corrected. If yes, then like you make it correct, and if not, then you can just approve and the messages goes, right? That's the idea. Like so, I don't think you even need Sarah here.
What's that?
Like you don't need the Sarah AI to do that. Like you can use a Google Sheet.
Now I do not want to do Google Sheets.
No, like then you can use something else, because like I don't see the point of using a different platform because that's even easier for me, because like there's less.
Yeah, but that's not like an elegant business solution. It's not a solution for me because there's so much more richness. To me, no, I'll build the interface here, and you can connect to this back. Like I'm going to build the user experience. To me, that's what's important, right? Is constructing the user experience. And so, yeah, no, that's not going to change, you know? And if you depends on how you architect this, when for the message sending, I mean, I can just wire up the API to the button, right? And from here, I can easily do that. So really, to me, it's just going to be, how do you get the message from LinkedIn? And, you know, because how do you get the messages from LinkedIn and put them into ADIO and put them here? That's it.
So to do that, like as I showed you the N8N workflow, that you can use the link up API, but I have never tried anything like this, so I just have to dig a little bit deeper with that.
Well,
But
no, I want to use this Connect Safely AI.
yeah, then like the same thing, like because I can say anything how it works, so we just have to play with
Well, no,
it,
I know. Yeah. So do you want to build it or not?
Well, so I'm just still thinking, all right, because like my mind is like going, all right. So like I'm thinking, because like for me, like how I work, as I mentioned, like I work with simplicity, right? So like I'm thinking, how
Right.
can I connect with the first step, with the second step, and then like with N8N, and how can we like
I
integrate things
see. Yeah.
simultaneously?
I think it's going to be. This is the part that the part that I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm sure that once you get the message on N8N, like sending it to Sarah is going to be easy, right? You
Mhm.
can just send a webhook. That's fine. And I'll work at, like, all you need to do is you send a webhook to Sarah with the right information. But how are you going to know? I think this is where you need N8N, is you need something on N8N that checks for messages in LinkedIn,
Mhm.
right? It's probably, you have to do like get recent messages and then send it's like, and you have to check, right, all the time, I would think.
Yeah, so that's possible to make, because like we can just make the integration to check like every minute, or every 5 minutes, so that's how it should be. But I'm still like thinking, like as I mentioned, like my mind is going crazy, and how far we can stretch this out. All right, so I think it's possible, but I never tried this, so like I can't say for sure that yeah, I can build this one. Like the things can fail, things can go anywhere in between. All right, because figuring out like the core component, because like let me check one more thing. All right, so if I go here for my N8N, all right, so there's no native integration with like Connect Safety. So we have to like connect via HTTP request and like get those data with the API calls and everything. Yeah, so this is where we need to use the get point and end point, and all the curl commands and things like that. So this is gonna be a bit challenging, all right, but like what I have to do is I have to do some research on this one, and then like give you the answer, because like anything can happen here, all right.
Yeah, I think if you sign up for the free trial,
Yeah, like you can sign up for the free trial, and the best thing is like you don't even have to pay for the
no,
anything.
I already did. I can't do the free trial anymore. But if you sign up for it, then you can try it, right?
Yeah, but then like I will have to have your data, and I don't want that to happen.
Well, no, you don't need to do my data. Meaning, like, you can sign up for this, try it, and see if it works.
Like you mean like Connect Safety or Connect Safely? I mean,
yeah.
Like I am already on the trial version, and I'm not paying them anything. So.
But for this, do you have access to the API?
No, I don't have access to the API. Because for the API,
right,
like
you can trial on the API.
Nope. Let me see. Oh no, there's no trial for the API. So let me share my screen so you can guide me, I guess. So.
Well, yeah, I don't actually know. You have a good point on this. Okay. There's a no credit card. You can do the post boosting. And then there's the API access.
So because like there's no option. So for the free plan, you can just do that. All right. But for the other things, like you have to pay something.
I know, it's weird, but I was able to use it for something.
No, because if I select plan, and then it takes me to the checkout page. All right.
Yeah, I think what it is it gives you like your free trial is expired. Like there was like a free window of time where I like.
Yeah, maybe that's a possibility, but I don't see anything here, so I couldn't.
I know, it's weird. All right, let me explore this more too.
Yeah, please, like, feel free to explore. And because, like, the idea is that, like,
Oh, hold on. What's the link up? Let's check the link up API. Maybe I don't care. I mean, do I care about these guys? Is it worth it to do the post boosting? I mean, I'm not. Link up. Is this it? Link up search. Link up.
it's called Link API. All right. So let me search it.
Link API. Yeah.
No, that's not the one.
I think it's link up. But it's like expensive.
Yeah, so let me check. Okay, so I'm checking their website right now, and I just need to take a look at the pricing real quickly. Okay, yep, I'm here on their price. Okay, so it says for the core, like, it's $49 a month, right? But they give you a 7-day trial.
Yeah, but see, that's that versus $10. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm buying it. Yeah, this is what I had before.
All right. Yeah, so now we can do a post request with this thing and then run the API. But what type of
I did it.
What type of input we will get? So that's the question.
Oh no, I already built something with this
before.
Right. Yeah, and it worked fine. Yeah, I built and tested it already. It's just kind of weird because like their tester doesn't. I don't think their tester does the post. It's kind of weird. Like the post stuff is in the API, but like their little tester, the only methods. Or no, there's LinkedIn profile.
So the question is like, what type of data you'll get from your LinkedIn profile?
Oh, it's like a test. It's getting a non-Debbie's data.
Yeah, because the text is too small. Like I can't see them properly.
Yeah, it's fine. I can get to this. It's fine.
Yeah, you can connect with N8N.
There's a package.
Yeah, and also you can connect with
So I need
MCP.
to set up an N8N server if I want to do this.
And you can also connect with any NCP server as well. So because connecting with other MCP, and then you can connect this with your cloud code, because I guess you're already paying for it. That makes it even easier. I don't know, like I'm still thinking how to process the data and everything. Right.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm not that worried about this now that I see it. All right, let's go to setting up an N8N server. So you think, how much does it you think it really cost? What's the cost of running of an N8N? Like how much you tell people they're probably going to spend for this?
for N8N, like it depends, because the N8N pricing is the same, right? It's $24 a month. Or like they can do it manually, because if they're not like technical enough, like I'd say, hey, let's do it on the cloud. All right, because you can mess things up with the server. And then like it really up to the API cost and the other integration cost, because like for each business this is gonna be different, right? Some business run a very cheap system, because like the one I'm building right now, yeah, I'm coming back to anti-gravity because this is the project I'm working on, and I'm testing a system, and I put only $5, and like I didn't even like spend like $1. Like let's say I've been working on this for 4 days now. So like it's really up to you, like how much process power you need and what are the models you need. So yep, that's up to them. So that's why like I asked them, hey, you have your own like API and everything, so you can see how much money you are spending on each token and how the data is flowing. So there's a real transparency between you and me. So like no one can blame, hey, like the system is taking too much money and I don't know do that. So yeah, like that's the idea here.
Gotcha. Now this is fascinating. I'm gonna have to wrap up in a minute. I'll send you an invite for the show on. I mean, this has been really helpful. I think I've made a lot of progress just by having this conversation. You know, you're obviously a smart guy. I like guys like you who refuse to do anything until you know exactly what you're going to do.
I'm not that much, you know, like you have got so many other systems, like I've never seen them. So like I'm also learning at the same time. Different system and integration.
You're a deep thinker, man. No, this is great. I appreciate your what you're doing, and I got to make a plug for myself. So I actually have a whole new page I need to update here. This is not really a good example anymore. But I'm not saying you should buy this, but I'll produce some cool content and share it with you, and we can cross promote.
All right.
I'll talk. And I always try to put people in like a super good light. And, you were super helpful, and if you feel like helping more or tinkering around with this stuff or building anything, I'll invite you to the Thursday show if you want to participate.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, look, I think if I keep going, there's going to be lots of people on that show. Last week there were 3 of us, and I'd like to get up to the point where there's 5 or 10 people, and we're really talking seriously about building AI, SDR, PR. So if that's a topic you're interested in, on the technical side, you should definitely jump in. All right, bro. I appreciate it. It was a fun time, and you jumped in. I'm confident there's going to be some good stuff that comes out of
sure,
this.
Let's do it. Like I just have to check if I book any meetings in between, but if not, then we can do it.
Oh yeah, no worries. If you can make it, come. If not, have a great day, bro.
All right. Thanks.
All right, bye.
How do I do it?